This is going to be a video showing how to do a metric conversion. You have this chart that we're going to use. It needs to be memorized. It's 7 steps, and each of these letters has to be on the proper step, or it won't work, or some of the ones won't work. So one way to remember this is King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. There are others. Kids have died by doing conversion math. And those have to be in the proper place. The letters stand for kilo, hecta, deca, the base unit, which could be meter, gram, liter, or something else like seconds that doesn't have a metric prefix, deci, centi, and milli. And all we're doing with this is we're moving the decimal back and forth in a number. So let's say we want to convert 56 kilometers into decimeters. Kilo is up here, deci's down here. So this chart tells us how many places to move the decimal to get our number converted, and it tells us which direction. So I start here and move down 2, 3, 4 steps. That's going from kilo to deci. So I put my number down here and I put the decimal in place. There's the original decimal place right there. Then I say, okay, I'm going to move the decimal 4 places to the right because I'm trying to go from kilo to deci. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were no zeros there before I wrote them in. So every time you hop a space, you make sure you keep up with how many spaces you hopped. And if there's places that didn't have a number, you just add a 0 when you're done. Here's the new decimal place location. And so our final answer is 560,000 or 560,000. Now let's do a couple of more, and hopefully that'll round it out and it'll be understandable and you can practice at home. So 0.65 centimeters. Centi is here. And I'm trying to go to just meters. So just meters is the base unit, which will be there at the B on our steps. So I'm going to go 2 steps with my decimal to the left, because that's how you go from centi to base, to the left. So take that decimal 2 places to the left. Here's the new decimal location, and I'm going to have to add a 0 in there. I typically write a 0 in front of the decimal if there's no other number in front of the decimal, and then finish out the rest of my answer. So the answer for that one is 0.0065. That's how many meters is the same as 0.65 centimeters. Here's another one, 4,000 milliliters. Milli is here on the bottom of the step. Liter is the base unit. You can always tell the base unit also because it'll be the last letter of any of these abbreviations. And if it's just one letter by itself, it's going to have to be the base unit. You can't have a prefix by itself. You can only have a base unit by itself. So we've placed the decimal, 4,000. Decimal goes at the end. We're moving from the milli step to the base unit step. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 decimal places to the left. So I take that 1, 2, 3 decimal places to the left, and my new location is behind the 4. So I can either put a 4 with nothing behind it, or a 4 with a decimal, or you could put those zeros out there if you wanted to. I won't count it wrong. Last one. I chose this one because some of the kids have been getting confused about the D and the DA. DA is for deca, D is for deci, and some of the kids are thinking that the DA is deci. So we're going from the D, decigrams, to the DA, decagrams. That's 2 steps to the left. So 4, put the decimal, move the decimal 1, 2 places to the left. We're going to have to put a decimal and then the 0, then the 4. So I usually put a 0 in front of that decimal as well. So hope that helps. Thank you. Bye-bye.